All right. So, what are we going to be reading today?
Fruit Truck Fiasco, read by Amie Buell.
We're on part 2. If you haven't seen part 1, there's going to be somewhere up here that you can be able to go to part 1. From where we were in part 1, so Ethan and Emily met somebody named Amie. She had a food truck. And what she was explaining is that her food truck isn't profitable, mostly because of the regulations that are being set up by the city. So what we're going to find out next, right, Amie, is we're going to find out who's setting up these regulations and why. So let's find out. Go ahead. The twins?
The twins borrowed a paper from Amie, approached the food truck saying, Thai food? What is Thai food?
So Thai food is like food from Thailand. It's another country in the Asian Pacific. So the paper that they borrowed is the regulation paper.
Excuse me, maybe I have some question about this. Ethan asked the owner. The man next to her, Sonny, got way angry and said some words with his neighbor, and it didn't sound very nice. Please excuse my husband, the woman said. We work way hard to provide for our family, but these laws might put us out of business. She explained to the found unfair to kill that food trucks obey all these extra reactions when normal restaurants they have to. Let's talk about this.
So all they're saying is everybody is pretty mad about these regulations.
Why?
Well, what they're explaining is that these laws may put them out of business because the regulations are probably very expensive to be able to deal with. So let's find out.
I will tell you why that is. Our man from another food truck who had overheard them.
Good job.
A guy who owns a big, all the Bob's big barbecue restaurants. The good for the mirror is for protection. The twin walked toward the man.
Mm-hmm.
The twin walked toward them. Who saw the barbecue? What do you mean? Acted and Percy. I can make better food than Bob. For a better price, of course. Bob doesn't like that. So he got from the government some laws like that to protect his business by making it difficult for mine. That's protection. Let's talk about it.
Yes. What this other food truck guy is explaining. So this is Bob and this is the mayor, right? Mm-hmm. So Bob has the restaurant, so the mayor must be making laws.
Bob.
Exactly. So what they're explaining is because Bob is good friends with the mayor, Bob can be able to influence the mayor to change some rules. And what they're calling this is protectionism. And protectionism, so what's happening is Bob is asking the mayor to change some rules, because if he could be able to make sure that the other people that have the food trucks can be able to have to pay extra money for certain things that they don't need, it'll drive them out of business, right? So if these food trucks are out of business, then that means more business for Bob. And what this is called is protectionism, where he's creating a moat, quote unquote, around his business to make sure that other businesses can't come in to the space. Okay.
You and Reggie Lights Frost Sunny.
Mm-hmm.
The crowd that made by police cars are stopped right after the taco truck where Mrs. Tuttle was. The police officer said all the food trucks had to leave when the game was over. Why did all the food trucks have to leave?
I know. So most likely, Bob has influence over the mayor, and the mayor told the police, "Hey, go take those food trucks out, because if the food trucks have to leave, food trucks can't make money."
What? They can't. They have to keep staying food where they live.
I know they're supposed to sell the food, but Bob doesn't want that. Bob wants to drive these other businesses out of business, so that those people that are at the game go to Bob and not the other food truck.
I know what's wrong with this. I think Bob and the mayor. I think the mayor is way mean because he told him, the police, to take all the food trucks out. So the mayor is mean.
They're supposed to give other people a shot.
But nobody has complained. Protective the taco truck owner. Nobody has gotten sick or had any problem or had any problems with my food.
Yeah.
I'm just doing my job. The peace officer. If you don't have the job, try to get this to the city council to change. He said, it said, the police officer handed a new paper with new laws saying that the food truck could sell food within 2,000 feet of a restaurant. That meant no saying at this time. It was close to a big barbecue.
Yeah, that's not nice. So what they're saying is Bob, he has his restaurant next to a stadium where all the food trucks are. So Bob, right, he has his restaurant next to the stadium where all of the food trucks are, okay? So Bob must have told the mayor to make a law saying that the food trucks couldn't sell food within 2,000 feet of a restaurant, right? Now, where's Bob's restaurant? Next to the stadium. And where are all the people? Where are all the food trucks? Next to the stadium. So because Bob created this law, it's forcing these food trucks away from his restaurant, and that's not nice.
But
so people
Daddy,
can't serve food.
Why does Bob not have to move?
Because he's the one that is in touch with the mayor. He's the one creating the laws.
How about if the mayor goes in jail?
Yeah. But the mayor controls the police. So how are the police going to tell the mayor what to do?
Duh.
Exactly. That's what you call power. So what you got to do is you have to figure out how to gain power.
Me?
But when you have power, you create laws that are fair.
No,
Even
you
laws,
do it.
I know. Even laws that may not benefit me, but I know are right by our conscience. Remember conscience?
Yeah, man. Says conscience means something good or bad. So the mayor did something bad.
But
That's conscience.
yeah, but his conscience should know better. All right.
That doesn't seem fair. Mr. Tuttle remarked that the food truck owner is just trying to make a hot saving.
Yeah, the food truck owners are just trying to make an honest living. An honest living.
They only not hurting anyone, but the same thing can do, and it's only hurting people. This young man, Mary and Jack, actually, my own these food truck. You own 3 food trucks, said Mrs. Tuttle. You sell in supplies. You look really young to be so unsuccessful.
That's not what I meant. Successful.
That's the real beauty of the food truck and business job. We're playing. People who like me start with great capital. That's a fancy word for money and more to buy a tractor to a restaurant.
Traditional.
Wow! crazy pizza faster than your prices.
Really?
Why do we need these things?
I don't know. We're gonna find out.
But because the food truck costs less than a building, he said, I can offer great food for a better price than big restaurants. That kind of competition is just Tuttle explaining the twins. Each business tries hard to make the best food for lower prices. In order to get more customers and make more money. Exactly, George replied. My priority keep me customers happy and safe. Explaining. If prices are too high, customers won't like my food. They will go somewhere else.
Remember how when we play the pizza game or the ice cream game, right? How you'll say ice cream, and then I'll say how much, and then you'll say $1,000, and I'm like, I'm going somewhere else. We'll go somewhere else. That's what it is. That's what they're explaining.
You're gonna go somewhere else.
Look, exactly, and that makes sense, right? If my prices are too high, if I'm just getting a cup of ice cream for $100, I'm going somewhere else.
Or $50.
Or $50, I'm going somewhere else. Okay? Does that make sense? So
Fine, I'm going somewhere else.
yeah.
But the worst thing to happen would be my food made someone sick. That doesn't make any sense.
Okay.
They would tell their friend in business for sure.
They will suffer. So what they're explaining is the person, I don't know if this is Amie. This is probably Amie. So Amie, she owns 3 different types of businesses. As opposed to just having one, just the crazy pizza, she also has the Bang Bang Noodles and the Pinky's Barbecue. Now why? Because understand, there's a lot of people, right, that like different foods. And if they have many options and there's no surprises, then they'll be happy. So some customers, they want unique food. Remember, the pizza had hot dog and macaroni. Some people like unique type of food.
Like unique or fast or yo.
Exactly. Some people, they need food right now. So Bang Bang Noodles is the perfect thing, right? Some people, they just want cheap food, right? Because they're just hungry. It's not going to taste that great, but it's cheap.
Or they're...
So they got Pinkies.
Amy's a crazy pizza.
Yeah, exactly.
As food trucks react some more custom restaurants like Big Bob Barbecue, the main one, become yes, Papa so. Jared.
Yeah, Jared continued.
Jared continued, but instead of lowering his prices, making better food, but Bob uses protections because to sell lower to be his competition. Without competition, Bob can sell way lower quality food at high prices, and people will have a lot of choices. These laws are way bad for customers.
Good. Let's talk about this. So what he's explaining is food trucks are more attractive for customers, right? But restaurants like Bob's Barbecue become less popular, okay? So what he's explaining is instead of Bob doing the business-like thing, which is to either lower the prices of his food or have higher quality food, instead he's creating laws to push away his competition as opposed to going against his competition, right? And that's not cool, okay?
Mrs. Taylor will also poison the government of other planes of these laws and protect customers, but they actually just help us big barbecue.
Yeah, so look, you see protectionism. So what happens is now the people are remember the moat that I was talking about? This is like the moat. right? So people are now not being able to have. People are not allowed to have options because of these laws. So now people are forced to go to Bob's Big Barbecue. So now there's fewer choices, poor quality food, and then also high prices. And they don't even want this, right?
No.
So you see the difference by having a true economy to just let it flow, where they have more options, no surprises, and a comfortable atmosphere.
Why is no surprises?
Because they know what they want. Okay, they have options. So, Mrs. Tuttle.
That's right, dear Price. Smile. I need to care about my customers in order to stay in business. That's why I pay the test of cleanness. That's why I pay test to cleanness of the trucks. And the quality of food. My food is healthier and safer than I buy in many restaurants. That doesn't make any sense.
Yes, it does, Amy. So what they're saying is my food is healthier and safer than what you might buy in many restaurants. Because in order for their business to run, they got to make sure that they have the best food. Because if they don't, people won't come back. And because their businesses are so small, they rely on whatever business that they get. They got to make sure they treat each customer right. Right?
I don't need the Sunny Clubs to tell me when my food truck. Be sure to have fun and fair rules and pay extra fees, he said, pointing to the other food trucks. But was it bother that breaking the law? Amie wondered. Look, we're all Tiger fans here, right? Jude asked it. Imagine a referee of the fan of another team. Imagine a referee was fan of the other team. That he made the Tigers play harder rules. So his favorite team won. That would be unfair, Amie said. Exactly, Jared replied. Who? But we would blame on our team to. We would blame our team with rest. It's the same thing with food trucks, he continued. The same because she was hurting business on the order to help the other team win in this case. Let's try to take Bob's Big Barbecue.
Good job, Amy. So did you understand this?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, what? What did you just say?
Yeah.
Exactly. All right, so are you going to listen to what I'm about to say?
No.
Okay. So I'll talk to the camera. So let's just say that you're on the blue team and I'm on the orange team, okay?
Mm-hmm.
So let's just say that the referee, the one that does the rules, right? I'm friends with the referee.
Okay.
We're best friends.
Yeah, but we are best friends.
No. You're not. The referee doesn't like you.
Hey!
But the referee likes me.
Daddy!
And my team.
That's me.
Already. Exactly. That's what they're saying. So the referee makes better rules for me.
Why does he have to get you and not me?
So that's how these people feel. The people that own the restaurants. So the referee makes rules for me that rules for you that I don't have to follow, and I get to win every time. No! Stop! Come.
You're mean.
I'm not mean. I'm saying the story.
No, you're saying that.
Close the door.
You're saying that he doesn't have to be with me. We're not friends and you guys are friends. So you're mean to me.
No, I'm saying the story.
No, you're not.
That's how we just read it. Look, right here. Look. It says, imagine if the referee was a fan of the other team, my team. He made the Tigers, you're the Tigers, play harder rules. So that his favorite team won. My team won. And Emily said that would be unfair. But now you actually feel it. You get it?
No. I don't like you anymore.
Look. She's actually mad. I mean, how did you like this part of the book?
Not that because you don't, because the referee doesn't like me and only you.
Oh, well, that, it's called protectionism.
Click like and subscribe.
Click the subscribe button.
And see more videos.
And then don't forget baby word time.
Don't forget baby word time so our babies can read.
Bye.
Bye.
Good. Go ahead. Bye.